Hello, and welcome to the first episode, or I guess the introduction episode of A Dash of Chaos, which is my new podcast. And I'm just here to kind of introduce myself and to introduce what exactly this podcast is about, what you'll hear about if you tune in, and exactly where I want to go with this project. So, first of all, my name is Dash. Um, you might have heard me speaking before in a previous podcast that I was a part of called the Bitter Geeks podcast, which I have to say was an incredible experience and inspired me really to want to create my own. I didn't think anyone would be interested in what I had to say, and that maybe also be because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to talk about, what I did want to say. Um, so now I'm kind of, I guess, going off on my own and doing my own thing here. But I still have to shout out to Bitter Geeks, just because it really made me feel comfortable to kind of talk on the internet, I guess, or even put my voice out there and be more vocal about what I'm passionate about, what I like, what I dislike. So I absolutely love that experience. And moving forward from that, now we have this, we have a dash of chaos, um, which took me a while to think of a title for what I wanted to call this thing. And eventually that just kind of came about. Just because I usually on the internet I say my brand is chaos or chaos is my brand, some form or another. Um, and so that came about. I just thought it was the right title for it. And I thought it just kind of really expressed what I want this to be about and what I want to discuss. And I mean, to get down to that, it's like I said in the trailer or the intro or what you want, whatever preview you want to call it. This is a place where I get to talk about all the things I love and everything in between, whether it's books, movies, TV shows, probably music, um, any other forms of art. Who knows? There's so many topics and things I would love to talk about. I keep thinking, there's so many TV shows, especially that I absolutely love. So, first and foremost, straight out of the gate, I guess, I'm definitely going to be talking about Warrior Nun on this podcast. It's something that I've really wanted to do for a while, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it just because I think there's so much to unpack there. It's probably going to be a series of episodes. Um, about different topics within that show. So that is something to look forward to in the future. Definitely want to talk about Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, which is going to be out on Netflix May 21st, so 10 days from now. That's coming up very, very soon, which is super, super, super exciting. Can't wait. Um, I don't know if I'm going to do a full episode on that, if I'm just going to kind of do my initial thoughts. Who knows? And it's not always going to be me on these episodes. I also don't really have an idea of how long these episodes are going to be. But I do want to invite some of my friends and guests to speak with me about these fantastic topics that I want to get into. And really, it's, some of the discussions will go really in depth. Some of it might just be screaming and crying about a new episode of something and just wanting to get all of those emotions out somewhere. But all in all, I think it's mostly going to just be me talking about what I love, and hopefully you like some of these things. Hopefully it makes you want to check out some of these pieces of media or books or whatever I bring up. And yeah, so when it comes down to it, I'm super, super excited. I can't wait to start on more detailed episodes, and there's just so much out there to talk about and to love. So this is going to be, a pretty positive space. There might be a little bit of negativity, but I always say if you really love something, you'll pick it apart, you'll stretch it, and you'll dig deep into the content. And because you love it, you're able to criticize it as well as love it. And that's exactly what I want to do here. So hopefully you join me. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, or um, maybe you want to discuss, or even a show or a movie or something that I've never seen, or a book that I've never read before, just send me a DM on Twitter and I'll check that out for sure. And definitely, if I have the time, uh, obviously in between watching all the things that I love, I definitely love seeing new stuff. It's something that I will consider. I love getting new suggestions for things to watch or things to read. So, again, just a quick little introduction. This is a dash of chaos, and I cannot wait to get right into it and to really just dig deep into all of the content.